So, yesterday was pretty exciting. Not only did we finally get to see the official reveal for Battlefield Hardline, which included nothing we hadn't seen before, of course. There'd been so many leaks, everything they had to show us we had already seen. The most exciting part, of course, was the unexpected launch of the beta. Now, round about half an hour before the presentation began, the link for that did go out, I think probably a little bit too early. I myself did get a chance to sign up. In those 5 minutes it was live, and then they quickly took the link down again and posted it live again once they announced it at the end of the presentation. Now, if you haven't had a chance to sign up for the beta yet, I will leave the link in the description below. It is first come, first serve. I don't know, maybe it is full already, but it's definitely worth trying to get on board and checking it out. Now, interestingly, the beta is only available for the PlayStation 4 and the PC, so no Xbox One, no PlayStation 3, and no Xbox 360, which is very surprising, especially because they are bringing this game out on the old generation, so it is still going to be available on PlayStation 3 and 360, and of course Xbox One is one huge third of the current generation market, so not seeing a beta on that platform is very surprising. Now, before we jump into today's video, I have another pretty cool giveaway for you guys, just like we had with Watch Dogs last month. If you want a chance to win yourself a copy of Battlefield Hardline, all you have to do is hit like on the video and tell me down in the comments below what you are enjoying about Battlefield Hardline so far. Once again, I will be picking winners towards the end of the month, one winner from each video that contains this competition. So, the Battlefield Hardline beta. It's been around about a month now since I've had a chance to play the game. Of course, the first time I played it in San Francisco, the game was in a very early alpha stage. The developers were still asking us what we wanted to see in the game, what we wanted to see changed, and it is pretty cool seeing some of those changes implemented into the beta. Now, as I find some of those changes and discover them in the gameplay, I will go over those for you guys. But today I want to talk to you about this game mode, Blood Money. Now, this is a game mode we did get a chance to play in San Francisco, and I've got to say it was probably the most enjoyable game mode to play, so I was pretty excited to see this come back into the beta. Now, when I was playing yesterday, of course I was playing with a full server of guys who probably had never played the game before, and I could tell a lot of these guys didn't really know how the game mode worked. Now, this is a game mode I really am enjoying. I'm pretty safe to say it's probably not only the best game mode I'm enjoying from Hardline, but probably from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. For me, this is going to be a very, very popular game mode. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about when I was saying that bringing a police-themed game to the table allows us to have game modes and styles we've never seen in Battlefield before. So how does the game mode work? Well, as you can probably see from the minimap in the corner and the head-up display, on the map you have a blue square for your own vault, a red triangle for the enemy vault, and a white neutral circle for the money bank. Now, this game mode works by having the first team bring $5 million back to your own vault. So it's very similar to a game of Capture the Flag, but instead of being like Capture the Flag where as soon as you've got the flag, every enemy player can see where you are on the map and take you out very easily, and of course there is only one flag, this game mode allows you to have a little bit more variation and a little bit more choice. You can choose to carry as much money as you want in increments of 100,000 right the way up to, I think, $500,000 in one go. Now, of course, when you are carrying the money, you do have a big red backpack on your back, so you are a little bit easier to spot, but it doesn't actually slow you down or stop you from using a primary weapon or meleeing or using any type of grenade, so there isn't any disadvantage to carrying more money. Of course, the longer you stand around collecting money does put you at a bit of a disadvantage, so sometimes just grabbing 100,000 and making a run for it can be the safe thing to do. Now, in this game mode, not only can you take money from the cash pile in the centre of the map, you can also take money from the enemy vault. So if they capture 100,000, you can go across there and take that back out, and not only take it back to your vault, but completely empty their vault as well. Now, of course, if you're going for the money pile in the centre of the map, sometimes that can be a little bit dangerous, because you will get enemy players who are either taking money for themselves, or they might be camping around the money pile, just trying to defend it and stop you guys from taking the cash. So it can be a little bit risky. I actually find personally attacking their own vault is normally less defended, but of course to attack their vault means they have to have money in it. So at the start of the game, going for their vault isn't an option. Of course, at the start of the round, both teams begin with absolutely no money. Now, you can pick up money off enemy players you've killed. Now, I'm not sure if it's because it's a beta, but so far I haven't found that to be 100% correct. Sometimes I will see a guy with a big red backpack, I'll kill him, and the money just seems to disappear. So whether or not that's a glitch, or maybe there's some kind of rules I'm not understanding just yet, but not every time so far have I found it possible to take money from dead bodies. Now I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks to try and improve your gameplay on this game mode, especially on the map High Tension, because I've probably put about 4 or 5 hours into this game mode already, from a mixture of playing in San Francisco and of course playing last night when the beta was released. Now if you are intending on raiding the enemy vault, both vaults are stored at either end of the map in multi-story car parks, both of which do have multiple entrances. So if you can get in there in a vehicle very quickly, raid the money and get back out in a vehicle, maybe at one entrance to another, that will be the quickest way to go. As I said, that may seem pretty obvious, but the amount of players I see running in on foot and trying to take the money on foot and not getting away because they get shot in the back is a pretty regular thing. So if you do have squad mates, get in there in a police car, get them to wait for you, you raid the money, you jump back in, it can be a very quick way to do it. And of course, if you are defending the vault, trying to keep those bollards up outside your car park area can actually really slow down the enemy. Those bollards are something we did see in Battlefield 4, but they never really were that useful. But in this game mode, especially on this map, they can come in very useful. So don't underestimate the bollards around your spawn point. Now another quick tip that you did see me employ at the start of the video, if you are on foot and you haven't got access to a vehicle, one of the quickest ways to get back to your own spawn, if you go to the center of the map in the building you can see I'm in now, there is actually an elevator that will take you right to the top of the building, and you can then parachute out of the window and you can glide back down to your own deploy spawn point where your vault is stored. So very similar to the obliteration trick we saw on Siege of Shanghai, if you get to the top of that tower, you can then parachute down to practically anywhere on the map. So if you're staying on foot, it's actually a very useful tip for moving around the map. Now if you are intending on raiding the cash pile in the center of the map, of course you need to be aware there probably is going to be some campers hanging around the area waiting for people to come in and try and take the money. But of course, on the map High Tension, the cash pile is also in a room with a very large glass roof. Now I have seen a lot of people using a parachute or a helicopter to get onto that roof and then just camp there looking down onto the cash pile. So it's always 100% worth your time. Every time you go into the room with a cash pile, just do a quick little look around, a scan around the ceiling to make sure the second you sit down with that money, you aren't going to get taken out, because it's not something I see a lot at the moment, but I'm pretty sure the more this game becomes popular, camping on the roof looking down to the cash pile is going to become something a lot of players will be doing. Now I'm going to wrap up today's video round about there. I don't want it to be too long, so if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit like and leave all your thoughts and comments below. If you do have any more tips or tricks you'd like to share with the community, leave all those down in the description as well. And of course, if you want a chance to win yourself a copy of this game, don't forget to hit like and tell me down below what you are enjoying about the game so far. But in the meantime guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.